deal for manifesting this apartment. I'm super excited. I felt like a cartwheel was really the only way I could express my excitement. I said in my last video how I manifested an apartment that did not require a big down payment that I was able to get into, and that is with a roommate. I saw an ad on Facebook and replied to it, and this person needed a roommate. Their roommate had just moved out and apparently taken all the furniture with. So that is what I'm doing. I'm renting a room. It was fairly cheap. Monthly rent is great, a very low payment up front, and this is the result. So I'm happy and proud of myself for manifesting the first in a long line of awesome things to come. I wanted to talk to you today about something that I alluded to in my last video, and it is the term meat suit. My meat suit is this body that I have here. There is a quote by a French philosopher, and I'm not going to pretend like I know how to pronounce this guy's name. I could put him in the screen right here below. He said that we are spiritual beings having a human experience rather than humans who sometimes have spiritual experiences. What I believe is that I am part of a greater consciousness. All of us are. So what I think about the meat suit is this physical body, this physical apparatus that I have, this vessel for this life, this physical life. And it's almost like a constant battle between what my higher self Lori wants and what my meat suit Lori wants. Two totally different things. But if you can get them to balance and work together, which is what I've been trying to do, then everything around me in my life I can change and make how I want. There's still a lot of old habits and tendencies I'm trying to overcome, and I'm here today to share one of those with you. So one of the things I'm trying to build in my life is an abundance of prosperity financially. That is one of my main goals. The reason I want that is because I feel like having financial prosperity and wealth is ultimately a way to having freedom. And I found that every single thing I want, no matter what it is, all those goals I discussed in that previous video, all of those have a basis in that I believe it will bring me more freedom. So to me, freedom is the most important thing that I can possibly think of. I'm going to share with you one of the things that I felt helped me. Last week, I ran out of money before I got paid, my next paycheck. The feeling of that is not an emotion that I enjoy, to say the least. What I've learned in studying personal development is that in order to create the things that you do want, you really can't spend a long time looking at the things that you don't want. And for me in this case, this was my bank account. That's the whole thing. What it is not looking at what isness, if that makes sense. You can't look at the things that are going on that you do not want, that are happening, that are real right here, right now, in order to expect to establish some new way of being, attract some new thing into your life that you do want. Something that I used to say that I realize no longer serves me is that there's too much a month at the end of the money. I mean, I thought this was a humorous thing, and I would say it often because I thought it was funny and true. There's too much month at the end of the money. Now, I dropped that because I realized that that's completely opposite of what I want to attract into my life. And I had to ask myself, what's a new mantra I can come up with? I had to identify that by coming up with something that is true for me. So what I came up with was, I am getting better and better at allowing more abundance into my life. I can get on board with that. I think that's true. I really am. I know I'm in a much better position financially than I was a year ago today. It's not exactly 100% where I want it to be, but I'm enjoying the journey, and I can get on board with that statement. When you say affirmations, positive affirmations, the downfall of just using a positive affirmation that you don't actually believe in is that it can bring more resistance to what you're trying to do. So like if I were to say, I have a bunch of money, I have unlimited wealth, I can afford anything I want right now, if I were to say those things as affirmations, positive affirmations to myself, I feel like for me, those things are not true, and that would bring up more resistance, and resistance is what I'm trying to release. That is the key to matching the vibration of what I want. Getting my emotions, or you could use the word interchangeably, vibrations, on board with what you want or how you're going to feel once you achieve the things that it is you want. From the teachings of Abraham Hicks, I learned something that I learned from other teachers as well, but most recently it stood out to me this from Abraham Hicks. Every subject is really two subjects. The subject of what you want and the absence of that thing. So for me in this case was financial abundance, financial prosperity. The key, these teachings say, is to stop telling the story like it is. I struggled with doing this for a really long time for myself. I'd say to myself, to my friends, to my family, I'd talk to them about my woes regarding money. And I'd realize that even though I'm speaking these things out loud, and I don't want them, it is what is going on. It is real. It is happening right here and now. And that is why I felt justified in talking about that stuff. But I had to cut that out of my vocabulary. I had to cut that out of my thoughts. Just pluck it out of my head and throw it away. And it's easier said than done. Now, one of the things that I've learned how to do this with is called a focus wheel. Again, I took this concept from the teachings of Abraham Hicks. I kind of tweaked it a little bit to match what it is that I thought works for me. It's something I use all the time. Time that I use this most, where it's most helpful, is when I'm feeling a lot of resistance about something. When I feel a lot of like pushing up against or like wanting to jump into physical action to do something to change it. So this is what I do. So you take a piece of paper and you draw some lines. You draw a circle in the middle. You draw lines divided into 4 sections. For the spacing, I do it like this, and I'm going to show you guys on the next diagram. And then I put red lines where I drew the second set of lines. So it divides it into 1 through 12. And so you got 12 spots. You don't write the numbers down. That was just for demonstrative purposes. In the center, you write the statement of how it is you want to feel. In my case, I wanted to feel like I needed to get on board with this financial manifestation thing, even though I'm looking at my bank account balance and I had literally, I think, $14.05 left in there. I also work and I don't have a car, so I take a Lyft or Uber to work every night. I had 4 days left to work in the week and I was down to $14. I thought, how am I going to get this money? I don't know how I'm going to get there. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to overdraft my account, blah, 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 and all this self-talk that's not helpful at all. So I slowed my roll, stopped it, and did the focus wheel, and this is what I came up with. So in the center, you write the thing that it is, how it is you want things to be, how you want to feel. So I wrote, I want to feel more vibrationally aligned with financial prosperity. And then, in the spaces, in each space, you write 1 through 12, statements that are true that you can get on board with. So this is what I wrote. I wrote, more money will be coming to me when I get paid on Friday. And that's a thought that feels good. Everything you write, you want it to be something that feels good to you. I am much more financially secure today than I have been in the past. Also true. I can definitely get on board with that. All these things, this process of transmuting your thoughts from like how they want, or how they are or were, to how you want them to be in order to get vibrationally aligned with or emotionally on board with the things that you want to manifest in your life. I call that process emotional onboarding or vibrational onboarding. So I wrote, so that's 1, spot 2, spot 3. I really do have everything I need right now to live. Basic needs met plus more. Also true. I know that I am a creator of my own reality, and all I have to do is adjust my vibration to allow more into my experience. Also something I know to be true. I feel good knowing that no outside circumstance can assert what enters into my experience, and that ultimately it is my choice, and I choose to let in abundance. And okay, now we're at this spot here. I am open to new ideas and avenues of which will lead me to earning more money. I've been trying to be more aware of opportunities to earn money. Anything about earning money, I've been having my ears open to, my senses like perked up to listening to. Because I feel that that's the action I need to take right now in order to make that happen. Right now, I have no idea how it is that I'm going to manifest $100,000 in my bank account in 1 year from July 1st. But I know it's going to happen. So, yeah, this is part of what I do on a daily basis. Okay. The next spot I wrote, I am a powerful and deliberate creator and see the evidence of this all the time in my life. For example, I am sitting right now at a kitchen table. When I very first filmed that little intro where I did not have any furniture at all. So I ran into a woman at my work who happened to be, I had just told my friend, I need to manifest some furniture in this place. This is empty. So I had told my friend that, kind of joking, kind of serious. And the next day, literally the very next day, at my work, making a cup of coffee for myself, and someone comes up to me and she just starts chit-chatting with me, and we get in a conversation of how she's visiting the area because she is helping to clean out this mobile home of a place that has all this extra furniture, and she said if I know anyone who needs some furniture to let her know. Well, right there, I've manifested that furniture. She brought it, not only that, she brought it to my house, like delivered it to me in her truck in her spare time. I was so grateful. I am so grateful. I would not be sitting at this kitchen table right this moment. I got a kitchen table, I got some chairs, I got patio furniture, I got a living room table, a coffee table, I got a bunch of kitchen stuff that I need, some towels. I had like paper cups and plates and stuff. Now I have real dishes. Yay! And that just came to me. I mean, you can call it a coincidence, but as I keep making these, you guys will see that this is not a coincidence. This stuff happens on a consistent basis. So you'll see. I'm going to share this all with you as I go. I manifested this wonderful apartment with all I wanted and more, even though I had no idea how it would happen. Now, I use that statement because it's evidence, it's a confirmation for my affirmation that what I'm trying to do is actually working. I wrote, everything is always working out for me. That's a basic statement that I can find works with every area of my life. I put it here because it felt right. I am getting better and better at recognizing when a thought doesn't feel good and making adjustments to get myself on board with how I wish to feel. The fact that I caught this feeling of this like lower vibration of feeling lack and that I needed money when I saw my bank account balance was not a feeling I liked. Like I said, it is not a feeling I felt good about. I know that it does not match with the vibrational frequency of that of me having a lot of money. And again, money for me is equivalent to freedom. And I want freedom more than anything in the world. And that thought did not feel like freedom to me. So I recognized that, and I did this focus wheel to help get me on board with what it is I wanted. Okay. Life is basically fun, and I can find a way to enjoy each step of the way on this journey to manifest wealth. Again, true. If I shift my focus, shift my paradigm, and start appreciating what I have while I have it, and taking note of those things each step of the way, stuff just keeps getting better and better and better and better and better. And it's like going in a momentum in the direction that I wanted to go versus before where I was kind of just drifting along. And I feel like I'm finally on my way. Okay, last few and then I'm done. Last one actually. I trust that the universe has my back no matter where I am or what I'm experiencing. And I know that I am well on my way to better days. And I do believe that's true. So once you have these all written down, what I do is out loud, and this part's important. I don't know why, but it is, to read these things actually out loud. I read them out loud to myself, and at the end, one more time, repeated it out loud. I feel more vibrationally aligned with financial prosperity, and circled it emphatically again. That's the focus wheel process. It helps to soften your resistance to whatever it is you have, and that cannot just be with money. That can be with all kinds of things. I'll share more as time goes on. This is vibrational onboarding. So once you get on board, I want to just really speak in terms for myself. I don't want to say you guys. What I'm telling you isn't necessarily truth. This is my truth. This is what works for me, and that's why I'm sharing it. So I'm going to try to not say things like that, like if you do this, then that. I'm just sharing with you what works for me, and this is what works for me. I feel like it's my main job ever since I committed to this a few weeks ago, this challenge to manifest and deliberately create everything in my life. My whole job in this, creating my own reality, becoming a deliberate creator of my life, I've realized from learning and reading and listening to, just a lot of years spent learning this stuff, that my job right now, in order to manifest what I want, is to find a way to make where I am a little less of what it is that I don't want. I've got to find a way to appreciate the things about what is that match the things that I still want to come. That's the whole key. And that's what mental alchemy is all about. I think that's it for today. Thank you for listening to my long-winded explanation of my I guess, my deepest personal secret, since I'm reading to you guys directly out of my journal here. I don't know if you guys saw this or noticed, but halfway through my video, my roommate came home from work. And this popped into the back frame of the video right here on the counter behind where I was sitting. It wasn't there at the beginning. Well, I had to share this right now because I just found out. Okay, so this thing is something that I saw on a YouTube advertisement like a week ago maybe. And I thought, that's cool, I want that. And it was this right here, this moon circle thing. And he comes home today, just a few minutes ago, and is like, look at what my friends got me at work. My coworkers got me for my birthday, because he just had a birthday. And it is that exact thing, not the moon version, but the galactic planet version. I don't even know exactly what it is. I just saw it. It's like this little glowy ball that someone was playing with. The ad was in Spanish, and I thought it was really cool. But look I think I manifested this into our lives. So I know I did, actually. And this is like the littlest thing, but it's so cool. So I'm unboxing it here live on video so you can see what it is. I mean, what are the chances? They got him, and he said, I have no idea why they would give me that. I think it's because I had intentions about it and I liked it. So anyway, dun, here it is. Ooh, look at pretty colors. And then apparently you charge it. There's a little thing in here. There's a stand. It looks like, it reminds me of like a crystal ball, like a magic, like one of those fortune teller balls. I don't really know how all this goes, but I assume this is a stand of some sort. It's got a color changing remote thingamajiggy. Oh yeah, and you plug it in. Okay, I think I understand now. It's all making sense to me now. From what I see on the video too, you can charge it and then use it without it even being plugged in, which is super cool. I mean, I don't exactly know what I would do with it, but trust me, I'm gonna play with it. Press the button. Ooh, it's all different colors. Look how cool that is. Ooh, I like that one. It's cool, I like it. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that little awesome manifestation with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will make another video soon. Until then, enjoy your week. Thank you for watching so much. I appreciate it. Can't wait to see what I manifest next to share with you guys.